Rahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening. We're transitioning to the evening from the afternoon, so that's something a well attended session today. Um, Thank you, Excellencies. Thank you, Heads of Missions, Charity Affairs, my dear friend Senator Shahid Saab, Foreign Affairs. Indeed, it's something to be marked again. Last year we had the same event, and today we're again celebrating the African Union. Being said that, there's a program run called Go Africa, and today I'd like to, dedicate the word Do Africa to it. So let's do Africa and not just go to Africa now. Sitting in the Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we house lots of ideas that's been discussed here. I have heard lots of good news today from the different diplomats, and I'm sure that people sitting in this room now have ideas to go to Africa, ideas to do work in Africa. There was a thing called air communications. Yes, we need to pick it up because there are big companies that have ventured in Africa, but they're not well advertised here. Similarly, last year when our chamber, under the leadership of my president, went to Ethiopia, and after that lead had Arif Habib Group venturing to Ethiopia. So nobody knows that. But today, from this forum, I am telling you that they have ventured there. There's another cooking oil company that went to Ethiopia. I have personally worked on Tanzania for almost 5 years. I am working with Kenya, being one of the largest importers of tea in Pakistan. I have worked closely with Kenya, but then again, now we have to actually introduce Africa to our local people of Pakistan, not just the businessmen. We have to introduce this idea to the people. So we need the direct air links definitely to bring the people to people connect. And we need to bring those relations closer to bring the B2B, the business to business connect. One of the missing links has been and always will be, for now at least, but I would request the foreign mission there to work on the banking sector. That is something we need to work on. One of the banks that I'm just going to quote an example of China here to give you an idea, to give the audience an idea how healthy a working relationship can become when banks interfere into other countries. And that is one of the banks, Soneri Bank, has a Chinese wing in Pakistan and in China. So the investments that were sitting in those banks eventually worked out to become businesses in China and become business in Pakistan. So my request to Senator Saab, Zafar Bakhtawi Saab, the Foreign Affairs and the missions there, we need to work on the banking channels in the first place to actually invite all the businessmen. Yes, I endorse the idea of Suvedar Saab of having a council, built up of 6 or 7 people from Africa and 6, 7 leading businessmen from Pakistan, because they know what the problem is. And we can chalk it out for you. Other than that, yes, there's going to be lots of ideas in this room. There's going to be lots of talks on this. But I think, really and truly, we need to sit down again after this and not just commemorate for today and, come back together next year. But let's have a series of meetings. Let's schedule a meeting. With the permission of my president, I'm going to ask you here. Let's sit down, all of us, the missions, foreign affairs, our think tanks, Zafar Bakhtawi Saab, Shahid Saab, my president himself, the executive members. That's the need of the hour. Today, research is everything. We don't actually need to be present, to be honest. We don't actually need to be present in other countries now. After experiencing COVID, now we know that if you don't need to be present somewhere, you can go on a Zoom meeting. You don't need to get a jet and get there. But let's move the money. Let's move the money between these countries. Yes, there was a call here for having more missions. We stand with you. We, the business community, stand with you, and not just Pakistan. I think the world, the globe stands with you in solidarity with Palestine, because what's happening there, it's really discouraging. It's disturbing. But every day when I wake up, I see someone in my community sending a picture out. The things going on in Palestine. So we're keeping it up. We're still in the debate. Thank you everyone for visiting Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry.